Camera bags have an aesthetic that I typically don't vibe with. They're usually big, bulky, and have like a techie type of aesthetic. Well, the OneGo line of bags from PGYTECH, it's a little different. It's more lifestyle, more everyday carry aesthetic. And this is the latest bag in that lineup. This is the OneGo Roamer Tote Backpack from PGYTECH. And this is like a camera bag in camouflage. It has that urban camo on it. It doesn't look like it's holding thousands of dollars worth of camera gear and drones and other things like that. Now, I've actually had this bag for about 2 months now. And today's video, we're gonna go through and show you all its features, but how well does this bag perform as it teeter-totters that line of everyday carry, lifestyle bag, but also function as a camera bag. And if that sounds good to you, well, let's unpack all of the details of this brand new OneGo Roamer Tote Backpack from PGYTECH. PGYTECH has been building photography and camera gear since about 2015, and they've built a really good reputation for themselves, especially with the OneGo line of bags. Now, this one is definitely their most fashion-forward, lifestyle-forward type of bag, and with that tote aesthetic, it operates just like a tote with that top access into the main compartment. So once you get into this main compartment, you see that nice beige interior, so you can see your gear really easily, but you can see the bag stops about right here, about halfway down, because I have this right now in camera mode. We'll get into that section here in just a bit, but even operating as a hybrid, as camera mode on the bottom and EDC up top, or other gear you might need for your photo shoot, you still have a lot of room in this top portion of the bag. So just to demonstrate for you the capacity up top, I have my AirPod Maxes here in their case, and it fits easily down into the inside of that bag with room to spare. Look at all of the room. I can put all of my tech in my Cap 1. I got power banks, chargers, all sorts of things in there. The whole Cap 1 fits down in there. And then on these side access pockets, you can put things like your sunglasses. And then on that back zipper pocket is a great place to put like my wallet and keys. These are my keys. And then I have my Evergoods Element card wallet. Nice secure place to dump that. I mean, just so much room in there for only being the top half of the bag. Now, even though it is a tote backpack, you're still gonna have a full 180-degree opening along the backside to access all of your camera gear. So I actually have this loaded up. I actually just got back from a walk with this bag. I went on a little bit of a nature walk. So I have it configured here, what I call the hybrid mode. This is your camera stuff. And then this is that top portion of the bag that we just loaded out here. So it comes with all of these little camera inserts. So before you mock me the way I have it set up here, I am not a professional at setting up camera backpacks by far. When I launched this YouTube channel, I didn't even own a camera. I was making videos with just my iPhone. Now I own 2 cameras. I have the one that's filming here, and I also have the one right up here that you're seeing up top. And then now I have like my drone, I have my controller, I have my DJI Pocket 3 and some accessories to go with my DJI Pocket 3. Hoping to get the 4 if hopefully it comes to America, but I have it set up here. And then this spot right here is actually where I put the Sony camera that I'm actually filming on. I took that with me on my little nature walk and it fit perfectly right there. Now I put it there because you do have side access to get into the camera bag right there from the side. So we'll demonstrate that a little bit later once we get into that side there. But this is the way it has it set up. And then on the opposite side, you have your laptop compartment if you need to carry this like for everyday carry. Up top, you got 2 stretch pockets there. And inside here, I think I still have, oh yeah, I have all my SD cards and micro SD cards, stuff that I needed. I mean, just nice organization on the inside here. And then you do have this magnetic flap up at top to protect your laptop. Now I have my 3D printed laptop in there right now just to demonstrate what capacity it can hold. It's listed, I think on the website, it can hold up to a 16-inch computer. This is my 17-inch Dell XP 3D printed computer. And while it is snug, it still fits down into the laptop compartment and it's well protected by this hood. So if you have a 17-inch big old gaming device, it will still fit down into this backpack. So the bag does come with all of these camera inserts and everything you need to configure this into photography mode. But let's say you want to go into everyday carry mode, and this is where the hybrid portion of the bag really shines. We can get all this camera gear out of here, take the drone, controller, my DJI and all the stuff out of there. And then we can pull out all of the camera inserts that are used. The hook and loop is a Velcro type system, and I can actually pull this out in one unit, so when I drop it back in I don't have to reconfigure it. So I can pull out all my inserts like that. And then this top portion of the bag, we can actually open this up. And this pocket tucks away underneath, and then it has a little Velcro tab there to hide that pocket. Now, this is the stuff we just loaded. We have a fully like clamshell style of backpack. So if you wanted to, if you're looking for a hybrid bag, this is where it truly shines. You could run full clamshell. I can load things in there, you know, that I'm gonna need for my normal day-to-day. So by taking out the camera inserts, I can quickly switch into everyday carry mode. And I have my lunchbox here because I do carry a lunch with me. This is my Orbitkey 8-liter lunchbox. It fits down at the bottom here. And that Evergoods cap one that we loaded up top, now that that pocket's gone, I can load this on the side here. And then, I mean, if you want to just pack this out for your normal day, other things that you would throw in there is like a change of clothes. If you want to head to the gym after work, we can still pack in the large AirPods Maxes, and you still have lots of other room to fit more gear in there. So again, very versatile in that aspect of being able to switch between camera backpack and, you know, everyday carry lifestyle bag, just by simply removing the camera inserts and undoing that separator up top. Now with an EDC loadout, it still looks exactly like the same backpack, so nobody can really tell, again, that urban camouflage about what you're carrying in your backpack. You're carrying cameras, or you're carrying your lunch and gym clothes for later in the day. It all looks the same in this bag. So from an aesthetic standpoint, obviously tote backpack is in the name. It has that tote look, especially with the handles. Now the handles are actually being held up top by a pair of magnets, so they stick up. So when you're wearing this on your back, it has that nice overall just tote aesthetic. And little touches like this throughout the bag gives this bag a very premium feeling. You have this paracord running down the side here, and not only is it there for looks, it matches your zipper pullers, but it's also functional because they're all places where you can clip gear on the outside. So you can run straps, you could clip other camera accessories, everything on the outside. So aesthetically and from a quality standpoint, this bag is executed very, very well. As far as the materials, now I received this bag pre-launch, so I don't have a spec sheet for you, but I'm assuming that this is some sort of recycled nylon or polyester. It feels very durable. It's definitely not something you would find on your cheaper bags. Everything feels really good on this bag, and there's nice little touches that just give it a little bit extra premium on the back, like the magnets in the handle. You have a little pieces of leather here on the accents, like the tag here for PGYTECH is leather, the matching paracord, you know, accents on the front down to the zipper pulls, and these little metal buckles that are right here on top. Now I do like the accented metal buckles, but just be warned, when you put this bag face down to access all your camera equipment, I noticed that the metal buckles are already starting to scrape up. So that's part of the patina of using the bag. Now this recycled nylon or polyester, whatever they're using for the outside, once I get some updated specs and materials, I'll drop that down in the description below. It is very smooth. It's nice and malleable. This pack is fully padded all the way around. Of course, it's a camera backpack right at the end of the day, so it's going to protect your gear. It stands exceptionally well on its own because it's padded and structured, but you don't have to worry about this material. It's not going to collect dust, pet hair. It will pick up some scuffs from putting it down in dirt and whatnot, but it's going to be easily cleaned off. This is very like a low maintenance material. Now for the rest of the materials on the bag, it feels really solid. You have YKK weather resistant PU coated zippers on the top part here, as well as your laptop and side pockets. Now when it comes to weather resistance, the material itself, the outer shell, is labeled as splash resistant. So that tells me that it's not going to hold up extremely well in a downpour. Now with this being a city bag, I would think that you should be able to find shelter relatively quickly versus if you're in the outdoors and just at the mercy of Mother Nature. So I think that the weather resistance requirements are a little bit different for city bags like this. I think you can get away with a splash proof bag, a splash proof material, but just something to keep in mind if you're out and exploring the city and it starts to rain, seek shelter because this isn't really rated for extreme weather resistance. Now for exterior features, you have one zippered pocket up front, no organization here, and it runs about halfway point of the bag. That's going to be your main external, access point. And then you do have those two side water bottle pockets. There are on top of the additional pockets that are on this side here. So if we flip this bag over, We can see into this compartment here, and that's how you get into the main compartment of the bag. And there's one additional pocket on the inside there. This is your battery indicator system here. So this is a feature that's well known in PGYTECH bags. I have my camera batteries loaded, and you have these visual markers up top that'll show you full, this one's green, and then this one's red to tell me that this one's dead. So I can easily change them, and it would tell me the battery level, so I know when I'm swapping out a dead battery for a fresh battery. So again, a feature that's well known on PGYTECH bags. It's also here on the Roamer Tote Pack. So this is the only side that you will be able to get into the backpack from the side. So if you're left-handed, it may be an issue, but I think most camera bags are like this. I don't know if most camera bags have like dual side entrance. On the other side pocket, it's just some more organization on this side. It's, you know, highly padded pocket, and then one stretch drop in there. Now these compartments do feature an additional security feature, is when you zip these up, there is a little security loop here at the top of the bag where you can run the paracord through, and it just makes this a little bit more difficult for a pickpocket or a would-be pickpocket to get into your bag. So as they go to undo your zipper there, it gets hung up in the security loop. So there's also a AirTag pocket in the bag. So nice little security features there. Even on the back laptop compartment, or main clamshell compartment, you have this additional buckle right up top. It's not going to let the zippers go by. Again, just some added security, so nobody's going to open your pack. It'll hang up there onto this bag. Now for the water bottle pockets, they are very generous. Even though they're on the outside of other organizational pockets, you can still get a 26-ounce Yeti Rambler into a fully packed out camera bag there. So I thought that was pretty awesome. And then you have these compression straps up at the top. They're more like gear straps than compression straps. So if you have a taller tripod, you can secure it here with the strap. But if you have a smaller tripod, like I have this little portable one, you can actually undo the strap from that portion there and run it over towards the bottom with the loop here on the back side of the bag. So you can adjust these straps to accommodate different sizes gear. So if you're carrying something taller, smaller. So again, just a nice little touch, something that's like forward thinking. Again, it's a camera backpack, so these are all camera features and gear features that you would want to see on a camera bag, even though this looks very much like a city bag. At the bottom of the bag, there's going to be 2 additional spots for you to attach more gear, like a larger tripod. You have the gear loops here, and you have more of a rubberized material here that's going to help, you know, it's very padded, help protect the bottom of your bag. And the backpack actually does come with another set of compression straps that you can hook onto these loops here, as well as all of the camera cube inserts and all that. So pretty cool little feature. You can take it off when you don't need it, but you'll be able to secure that bigger, bulkier tripod on the bottom as well. So being a tote backpack, there's 2 ways to carry this bag, obviously from the backpack straps, but also the top carry grab handles. Now they're a lot shorter than what you will see on some other tote packs, like from Bellroy and Alpaca. So you're not going to be able to like shoulder carry this bag right here. So you can see they're pretty short. So it's going to affect that from an aesthetic standpoint. It's definitely a vibe to one shoulder a tote pack. I wish I was that cool or cool enough to be able to rock a backpack like that, single shoulder, but not me, and you're not going to be able to do it with this top carry grab handles. So because they're centered, it does carry extremely well when you want it one-handed, but you're not going to be able to shoulder carry it. So it's more of a backpack disguised as a tote than anything. It's definitely a backpack first. So if you're looking at that as one of your main carry options, you will have to reconsider, but it does carry extremely well as a backpack. So we take a look at the back panel and harness system. We have a nice S-curve shape strap here. They have a good amount of thickness. Now they're not super wide and super beefy, but surprisingly they work extremely well, even with a fully loaded, geared out camera bag. I found the harness system to carry extremely well, and I think that's partly due to the mesh that they're using here. It's soft but also firm to support the additional weight. And the back panel, it has that 3D spacer mesh that they're using here. And PGYTECH is calling this their air foam suspension system. It's nice, it's very breathable. You can see clearly through the mesh. You see that green hinting through here. You have a leather accent in the middle, which I originally thought was a luggage pass-through, but it is not. This is an extremely comfortable back panel. It is curved to meet the curvature of your back. So that with the curvature and ergonomics of the strap, highly impressed. They don't look like it could carry a heavy load. That's one of the main highlights of this backpack. So whether you're carrying it in everyday carry mode or fully kitted out for a day of shooting photography or filming things, it is able to support both of those weights extremely well. Now on the shoulder straps, you are going to have some more additional attachment features for your camera clips and to clip things here on the webbing. Everything is this nice, smooth seatbelt style webbing, very high quality stuff here. So again, equipped. The bag does come with a sternum strap. It is a clip type, so it snaps into the side rails here. It is adjustable, but you aren't going to be able to slide it. And because it clips at both ends, I have already actually lost my sternum strap. It popped off. It's somewhere here at home, but it easily snaps in and off, and you know, for better or worse, it comes off fairly easy as well. So who knows where it is? I'll have to find it, but I did like it because it's easily to snap in and out. But again, now I gotta find mine. So currently at the time of filming, this bag is available in two sizes, an 18 liter and the 25 liter I have for you here. The 25 liter is going to be available in a sand khaki and the matte black that I have. The 18 liter is going to have an additional color, and I believe it's some sort of green. I don't know the prices exactly yet because they have not been released to me at the time of filming, but I am actually going to put all that information down in the description, the price, as well as a discount code that PGYTECH sent to me to provide for you guys as well. So if you're interested in picking up the new Roamer Tote as well with a discount and support the channel, there's going to be a link down in the description for that. Now, being listed at 25 liters, I think it easily meets that capacity, especially when you remove all of the camera inserts and tuck away that top separator pocket. It becomes essentially a big giant just bag, right? So fit all of my daily loadout without issue with still room to spare at the top. So I definitely think you can get to that 25 liter mark with ease. Now, being in that 25 liter range, how well does it perform as a personal item? Well, luckily for you, I actually have a way to test it. This is my personal item sizer box, and in case you're looking for the triple threat camera bag, everyday carry bag slash light travel backpack to be underneath the seat in front of you, I have it fully loaded with my EDC stuff there, and it easily fit down into my personal item sizer box. This is one of the ways that I think this bag's a little deceiving as a camera bag, because like I mentioned, a lot of bags that I've dealt with or seen are big and bulky, and this bag is definitely neither one of those things. Because it will pass as a personal item, I actually do think it might make a great personal item for you on a flight, again, because it can hold so much things and you can access everything from the top. So if this is underneath the seat in front of you, you have full access to the organization on the top of this bag. Now, it does not include a luggage pass-through. I thought this was one, but it's just a piece of leather. So I was kind of sad when I unboxed that to see that it's a nice leather accent, but it's not a luggage pass-through. But you have these two connection points that are for your compression straps. Now, I found that if you take one of these straps that's included for the bottom storage system, you can actually clip them to each side of the bag like so. Get that clipped in there. And then you can use this as a luggage pass-through, actually adjustable, so you can adjust everything the way you need it. And, you know, it's a makeshift, but you have those two loops there, and it comes as a compression strap. So, and then if you want to get crafty with it, easy way to do so there. Downside is that it is one of your compression straps on the bottom. So if you're using them, obviously not going to be an option for you, but I'm sure you're clever people on the internet can find different ways to make a luggage pass-through. Now, having used this bag in both a content creation mode with my drone and cameras, and as an everyday carry bag, carrying my lunch and everything, I think it performed extremely well for me. I think something to consider if you're looking for that true hybrid is that it is a tote backpack. So a lot of your main times, your main interactions is going to be from the top down, from the top tote access. So of course, you'll have to get your laptop and everything out of the full clamshell, but 99% of the time, because of all the pocketing and zipper pockets, everything is up top. This is where you're going to get your bulk of your gear from. So I know that top loaders, roll tops, and backpacks like that are a point of contention for some people. So for me, it performed extremely well. You just have to really consider your tolerance for the minimal exterior organization and all of your internal organization being up top. So final verdict on the PGYTECH OneGo Roamer Tote Backpack. I think we finally have a serious camera backpack that actually doesn't look like one. I think PGYTECH did an excellent job here of adding all the premium features like magnetic handles, leather accent, the matching paracord. It makes this bag look like it's acceptable anywhere a typical camera backpack usually wouldn't be found or feels out of place. So while I think they nailed the aesthetics with this urban and city look, underneath it all is still a highly functional camera backpack. Now, of course, there's going to be some trade-offs with this bag for those looking for a pure EDC or a pure tote bag. You're not going to be able to one shoulder carry it because of the small carry grab handles, and of course the minimal organization on the outside and the internal organization being limited to the top could really affect the way you everyday carry this bag. But overall, I think it is a nice balance between the lifestyle everyday carry and a functional camera backpack. I think this is the perfect backpack for that person out doing the photo shoot that has to roll right into the office right afterwards, and this bag doesn't look out of place in either of those places. So if this tote backpack isn't really your vibe, the good thing about PGYTECH is they really built up an arsenal of different style of bags for really every kind of content creator, videographer, photographer. So while this one's definitely geared for more the urban photography, that city content creator, if you're more of an outdoorsy person and you want to carry more gear, you want to go on a longer hike to get to those kick-ass shots early in the morning, they have something like this. This is my PGYTECH OnePro Ultralight backpack. This is a full-on hiking inspired backpack, and much like the Roamer tote here, it's going to give you a lot of the same features of being able to get into your bag from the side to get quick access to your camera. But on this OnePro Ultralight, it's going to have a lot of those ultralight backpacking features. It's going to have a roll top for expandability. Now this one is the 30 liter. It is available in different sizes, so depending on what kind of hike and how long you're hiking, there's different options for you. And of course, the benefits of going with a true hiking bag versus like a city bag, I'm a huge fan of using the right tool for the job. So if I'm shooting or creating content in the city, definitely want to use the Roamer tote. But if I'm going on a long, 20-mile hike, 10 out, 10 back to get some really cool photography shots or do some content creation, I'm definitely going to want to use the right tool for the job. So here you have like an adjustable harness. You have the integrated hip belt. This is definitely geared for carrying heavier loads for a longer period of time. And the larger version here actually even comes with like a rain fly. I think down at the bottom has a spot pocket. So if you're looking for additional weather resistance, you're out on your hike, it even has an included rain fly. So PGYTECH has you covered everywhere from the trail all the way to the city. So definitely highly recommend you take a look at their entire lineup. Now let me know down in the comments if you want to see a full dedicated review of the OnePro Ultralight backpack. This thing is crazy cool. The harness alone being adjustable, super cool backpack. Let me know if you want to see a deep dive into this backpack specifically. Well, if you made it this far in this video, I want to say thank you so much for sticking around to the end. I want to say thank you to PGYTECH for sending out the OneGo Roamer Tote Backpack for me to thoroughly test and review. If you have any more questions about this backpack, put them down in the comment section below. I respond to every single one. The goal of this channel is to always help you find the right gear for you. Now, if you liked today's video and you found any value in today's video, please consider hitting like and subscribe, as that directly supports me and the channel. So thank you again for sticking around, and I can't wait to see you on my next one.